if you start talking about movies, man, some movies like they just uplift you. I mean, and some of them like you love to see the bad guy go down. Movies are all over the place. Like my cousin Vinny, and I'm like, it's one of my favorite movies. And I was like, and that I was like, that is Alabama. That's where I'm from. Like that, those rednecks down there, they're like, that's Alabama. And like, so every time I see my cousin Vinny, I just sit there and watch it and just laugh my ass off because I'm like, yep, that's where I grew up. That's exactly where I grew up. I love the scene where he was talking about what kind of pants he gonna pick out, and she says, just think about this little deer, just little doe, just sipping water out of the thing, and bam, gets shot. You think he gives a shit what type of pants you got? I mean, I was like, I like, that's hilarious.
Did you ever see Alexander the Great, the movie?
Yes.
I know
everything about Alexander from what there is to know about him. But in all reality, he was scared of his mother.
Angelina Jolie.
If men wanted him to go back, he was scared of his mother. He kept in touch with his mother. He was just a mama's boy.
Right.
In Roman, they do it right in the street. Everybody screwing, they're slaying, they're shitting in the street, everything right there. It's disgusting. Yeah, it's a mess. Rome's a mess. Rome's a mess. That's what gladiators. Gladiators really not like that. We're just fuck boys. They fought, but they were fuck boys. They'd kill you, but that's what they were. They were slaves. They were sex. I think they like men more than women back then. Do you know homosexuals conquered the world?
Homosexuals have?
Yeah. I'm talking about warriors, gladiators. Yeah, they conquered the ancient world. With their tribe, conquering the world, went out to conquer the world. The Romans or somebody conquered the world.
They were gay?
Yeah, they were homosexuals, then they conquered the world. Intoxicating. Powers intoxicating. No, listen, intoxicating.
I know one thing about the good teams. Everybody started moving together because you have to understand something about sports. When you get 12 individuals, they all have 12 different goals. Like one young guy's a young kid trying to be a star. The old guy's still trying to hang on for dear life and be a star. They did a really good job in that movie. With the movie with Al Pacino is about football. I can't remember the name of it.
Any Given Sunday.
Yeah, they showed like all the different, like Dennis Quaid was trying to hang on for dear life. Jamie Foxx, a young stud, and one guy's trying to get his numbers because he gets incentives. That's actually the way a team works. And if all of y'all are not pulling together, you're gonna have a shit team no matter how much talent you got. So I agree with Seth. Like, man, it's hard to have a good team because you got 12 individuals with 12 different goals. Man, when it comes together, it's a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, it's a thing of shit.
Well, then you sound like you got some of that ivory. You ever seen the movie How High?
Movie what?
How High.
How High?
Yeah, with Redman and Method Man.
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, see, they had some
Method
weed
Man,
called
yes.
the ivory. And when you smoke the ivory, you feel me, you get high and you see ivory. And then he help you on all the tests and shit, and then you get A's at Harvard.
Okay, I didn't understand any of that.
That's all right.
What is ivory, and what do you mean egg?
Ivory was the weed. They homeboy had died. He got...
Ivory's the name of the strand of
weed,
weed?
Right.
Okay.
It was the name of the weed. And they would smoke the ivory.
And it was exceptional?
Oh, my God. Look, I'm telling you. They would smoke the ivory, and ivory would appear. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
What do you mean appear?
Appear? He right here. Me and you smoking ivory right now. And here go ivory right here. What's up,
Who's ivory? I thought it was the weed.
Yeah.
But what?
That's how high you get. From smoking the ivory.
But what do you mean then? What do you mean he's right there? Is it a leprechaun ivory?
Nah, he full ivory though. You got to see the movie.
Oh, I see. It's a character in the movie.
Yeah, you got to see the movie.
Okay.
So hold on, you smoking the ivory right
now? No, we were smoking mine.
Yeah, I know.
That ain't ivory.
This the ivory.
It's good, though. And it's I can.
You thought I'm talking about the real.
I can guarantee it's pure.
No, that's some good dope.
You know, I can guarantee that it's not filled with chemicals, pesticides. You know,
you grow it the right way.
We grow it the right way. Yes, that's very important to me.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
A good, clean high.
You got to watch How High, though.
What?
I said you got to watch How High.
I will. How High? That's the name. Okay. I will dial it up.
I actually helped Harry Belafonte with his overhead baggage.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. Let's have some fun. Obviously, if you did heard that. I'm a big movie guy, but I will tell you this: is what's fascinating about movies, man. The different opinions on movies with your friends. Like, it was this the one with man, I forget. Peter Dinklage was in it. Something about Minnesota. But I got a couple of people who are friends of mine. I thought it was the worst movie ever, and I thought it was fantastic. Out of Ebbing,
Yeah.
I thought that movie was fantastic, and I got a couple friends who thought it was awful. That's probably the thing that's fascinated me the most about movies: how people can go see the same movie and have different opinions about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought Sam Rockwell was amazing. Obviously, Francis was terrific, but Sam Rockwell was incredible. Woody, he wasn't in the movie long, but I thought he was good. Peter Dinklage was fantastic in the movie.
I'm actually not here to talk about the Leafs. I'm here to talk about a list that Quentin Tarantino, let me say that again, Quentin Tarantino dropped today. It was his favorite movies of the 21st century. And it was a bit of a bizarre list. I like how he kind of spread out the diversity of the types of movies. Toy Story 3, I believe, was like number 4 on the list. Great movie, but like still a little bizarre. Was happy to see my favorite movie of all time. And if you know me, you will know that There Will Be Blood is first, second, third, fourth, and probably fifth as far as my greatest movies of all time list. I have seen it no less than 75 times. Daniel Day, if you have not seen There Will Be Blood, you and your significant other or your friends, you need to cancel all your plans this upcoming weekend. You need to get yourself some popcorn and you need to watch There Will Be Blood because it's fucking incredible. And Daniel Day-Lewis, in my opinion, puts on the greatest acting performance of all time in what is the greatest movie character of all time in Daniel Plainview, who is an oil salesman. He's an oil driller. He starts out from scratch doing it himself and grows this whole mega ship, and it consumes him, and you just have to watch the entire plot of the movie. And the quote that Tarantino gave that is going viral right now is his criticism of Paul Dano, who is an incredible actor, in his role as the priest in the movie. Now, he said that it should have been a two-hander, which I'm assuming meant like it should have been like, I forget the name of the movie that Leo just came out with, where you had Sean Penn, who had that strong combative performance where you essentially had maybe two leading men. And from my understanding, I haven't seen the movie yet, Sean Penn will win Best Supporting Actor. And I get what Tarantino's saying, but that wasn't who or what the character was about in that movie. It was about a naive, I don't want to say a poser, but a guy trying to be this like holier than thou priest who would have sermons where he would be animated. And there's obviously one scene in the movie that I'm sure for everybody who has seen it, you know exactly what scene I'm talking about. I abandoned my boy. You know what I'm talking about. So I thought he played it perfectly. And a little fun fact for you is he wasn't even originally cast to play that character. He wasn't even in the movie. They started filming for 3 weeks, and then on 2 days' notice, they gassed the guy who was supposed to be the priest and then called him in, and he filled in to play that role and hit it out of the park. So for him to point out Paul Dano specifically saying that movie would have been number one for him, but that character, him playing that character was weak sauce and he wasn't good. The whole point, he wasn't supposed to be neck and neck with Daniel Day-Lewis. He was supposed to be intimidated by him. He got fleeced on selling his father's land to him, and just got his show ran the entire fucking movie because that was the role that he was supposed to play. Now, I hope that I misread this. He also said that Austin Butler should have played the role instead. Ha! Ha! No. The guy who's still talking like he's Elvis? No. He should not have played that. Paul Dano was cast perfectly. Okay? So I don't know what crack pipe Quentin Tarantino was smoking out of. And mind you, I think that Quentin Tarantino, at least even for me, would be on my Mount Rushmore of directors. For those of you who know way more about cinema than me, I would say you'd probably put him top 10 all time. His uniqueness, his creativity, everything that he's brought to the table. I mean, he's got banger after banger. I'd put him in my top 10 if, like I said, not my Mount Rushmore. But man, was he fucking wrong about this one. The only other person that I can picture playing that better, God rest his soul, would be Philip Seymour Hoffman. That would be the only guy in my mind who I think that, okay, I think that he could have played that perfectly. And if you haven't seen some of Philip Seymour Hoffman's movies, you got to go check them out. He is like one of the gone way too soon. I think that he would have had multiple Oscars by the time he was said and done. But I don't know what Paul Dano did to Quentin Tarantino, but he didn't deserve that nonsense. And whatever, if Paul Dano, if you ever see this, don't let that creep in your mind, buddy, because you hit it out of the park, and I love you. So, this weekend's homework, there will be blood. I abandoned my boy!
And Esposito cleared out. It's a race down with Peter Mahovlich going in on goal. Right in! Scores! Peter Mahovlich. What an effort by Peter Mahovlich. What can you say? That Russian is still wondering where the puck is. Peter Mahovlich made an absolutely beautiful move. And what a move he made on Tretiak. Tretiak was completely fooled. Look at the move.